Welcome back to Album Reviews, everybody.
That was way too much energy for me. But anyways, welcome back to the channel. In this one, we are going to be going over Beartooth's album called The Surface. It has a runtime of 37 minutes and 33 seconds.
Final tour.
And as we're trying to pick these out, we are doing hopefully ones that we have the vinyls for. So this is not the regular vinyl. This is the pink cloudy version of the vinyl. Overall, I have looked these up. Some do not look as good and some look way worse. So for anybody wondering, we will try and get a link to this exact version if you do like what it looks like. As you can see here, it looks more purple to me, to be honest, but there are different versions that look way better. And this one, I'm just happy it has color about 99% of the way through. Sometimes you'll get random ones for different albums and they'll be like, oh, it's our red and blue one. And it's like, only a portion of it has it. But anyways,
whenever we buy vinyl, we like to not just get the plain black standard ones. Yeah,
we try and avoid that at all costs. Either we want them to be a different color vinyl, or we want them to look weird. Like for Ghost, they have the Rat album and other bands like that. We want them to have a cool art to them. So how these are going to work is we have listened to the whole album. We actually did this during Black Friday weekend for my shop that I run. We had a whole bunch of orders and we were like, let's just start listening to whole albums. I used to do this on an Instagram page I had called Home of Rock. I used to go through and whenever I would work out and I would just listen to a whole album, give my favorites, rate which ones you should listen to, what I thought was the worst on the album, and just would write a whole review of them. So this way we thought we could do this together for bands that we like. And this one was an agreed upon choice. I do think we're going to have to give that note also. We both enjoy Beartooth. I listened to them way back when they were on Warped Tour, like old Warped Tour, when they were a lot angrier. Not healthy, fit Caleb. It was chubby, depressed guy. But the music then, I loved it then. I still like it now, and I still like that they play some of their older music.
But this is what got me into it without me really liking screaming all the time, dark gloom all the time.
This is a lot happier, and I completely understand that this is where a lot of people have seen them now. And again, I enjoy it too. We've seen them now.
We saw them this year in concert.
Yeah, we saw them this year in concert.
Summer of Loud.
Summer of Loud, and then we also seen them last year in...
They were headlining.
Headlining with The Plot and You and some other bands that we will definitely be covering.
We have talked about them. See our Spotify Wrapped.
Oh yeah, check our Spotify Wrapped video. That'll be the first one to the channel.
That'll kind of tell you like where our albums are going, like our music taste. And then we'll eventually go to like recommendations. But for now, we're hitting our like songs.
Anyways, so to start this off for the album, the first song, and also she has all the notes and everything. We gave ratings as we were listening, and I gave her random things to write down. And now when I hear them, I'm going to be like, what crazy mess. But anyways.
If you're following along, feel free to, whenever we say the title, stop, listen to the song, and then kind of tell us like if you agree with our ideas or if you're like, I actually really like that song. Why did you give it a 3? Our rating system is 1 through 5. We had a really hard time giving any band under like a 3 because like as far as like all of music goes, we're only playing people that like we think are 4 and 5s. We don't really think anybody is a 3 or under. So we kind of tried to put it at a curve.
But I do think that that's going to change a little bit. Our first 3 albums we've done are agreed upon bands, maybe not the specific band I would have wanted to do right away or she wanted to do right away. But again, once we start getting into I'm picking Kubla Khan or Paleface Swiss or something like that, which she will listen to because they come up.
Playing Half Alive.
Yes, but she's going to be playing softer stuff and stuff that maybe I don't listen to as much, so that way I will critique it more. Than if I'm listening to, you know, any bands that I like.
So this is a lot more praise.
Then it will be negative. But in the future, trust me, I'm sure we'll be listening to stuff that we don't both like. So the first song
is The Surface.
I don't push it to the limit, but I'm not dead yet. Drop it.
Wow, title track. Crazy.
So if you want to go ahead and give your rating and then we'll go through them.
So I put you down. You said 4.5 out of 5. I said 3 out of 5. You also put top 3 when you first listened. That was your only comment, I believe, for that song.
For this one, it was my top 3 because on this album, I really enjoy when this song came out. I liked it a whole lot, and it's also it's also the main track for the song, of course, going off album title. But I feel like it was a good opening track, and it helped out a whole lot compared to some of the other ones. But I don't think really, again, as you mentioned, for this album, I don't think we really have any like terrible songs on it. But this is one of my favorites.
Yeah, I put 3 out of 5, and then my notes came in a little heavier than I would have loved, but the Not Dead Yet with the breakdown was pretty sick, so.
Yeah, so for that, again, one of the better songs on the album. For her, I think this is probably the lowest rated one that you have on here.
I have like very similar, but yeah.
Yeah, and this was also our first album we did when starting this. So
we technically did deluxe, and then we realized I do not listen to live versions of songs ever. Like, I think there's one exception.
Yeah.
But I just don't. So the concert noise, we just skipped it, and then we went to the other versions, and he would be in the other room, and he'd be like 4. And that was it. Like,
yeah, because the other versions on here are like
they're not what you look for when you're going for Beartooth, but like
they were cool to listen
pretty
to.
Cool, like,
yeah.
So
for number 2.
All right. So the next song was Riptide.
I'm down explaining my pain. This is way too much. I wanna feel you.
And I gave that a 4 out of 5.
I gave it a 4 out of 5. My comment was easy to listen. It's constantly just on repeat. Like,
it's one of our songs that again fits in with any of our playlists because it's not heavy and it's
just a good time.
Yeah,
like,
overall,
it might not be like changing our lives, but it's just fun.
Yeah, that was one thing again. When trying to rate these, we knew because this is one of our albums that we listen to all the time. Maybe not every song on the album, but overall, I think 4 or 5 of the songs are in our playlist. Mm-hmm. So we already knew what they were, and it was just like, we already knew we liked a lot of these, so we started with it. Did you have any notes other than that for this one?
Nope, just easy to listen.
Yeah, because, again, it was a song that we listened to on a regular basis.
Very solid.
Yeah.
Strong song. All right, next song, Doubt Me.
Remember every time you it makes me stronger than before.
What did I get? 4 out of 5 again?
You gave 4 out of 5. I gave 4.5 out of 5. So I had the notes sick breakdown, and the who is a vocal stem for me. I feel like a badass singing this song. So
she likes more like when you're listening to music, you really like the breakdowns and stuff for rock or metal music and stuff. And in this one, he does like a big noise. And she enjoys those a whole lot. I mean, I enjoy it too, but that's not my favorite one. My favorite ones are like thinking arf arf and dumb stuff like that. But either way, I do enjoy a lot of their breakdowns. I don't even know. Just overall, I think that they have the right flow, which I do think comes up in one of my reviews.
At the end of this song, you put, I feel like they have a definite formula as you go through the album.
Yeah. So we're 3 songs in, and again, it's Beartooth, so I've listened to them a lot, but I feel like, and I mentioned this when I gave that, was like Sleep Token and them and stuff. It's like, they have a way that they're writing their songs. People definitely enjoy them, and I 100% get why you stick with it. But again, I feel like there's like a level of we're listening to the same format for a song. Of course, it's different words and different breakdowns and stuff like that, but it's
similar riffs. Though,
yeah, similar riffs, vibes, everything like that. And again, that's not a bad thing, especially when you hit it right. Like right now, I think they're probably the biggest they've been and growing. And I think that
like it makes a cohesive album that's really like easy to listen to if you're looking for a specific vibe at that time.
Yeah.
There's other albums where it's like you pick and choose, like this is my like I really feel good about myself song. This is my like, oh, my grandma died song. Like there's different things which we'll talk about a little bit later.
Yeah.
Because this is just like happy-go-lucky so far. But
after that,
the next song, The Better Me.
How many times have I said I was gonna be someone when I get back onto my feet?
Featuring.
Hardy.
All right, so this is one of my guilty pleasures here. As I mentioned before, I randomly have country songs that I like to listen to or albums and stuff. For me right now, Hardy is one of my favorite country-esque singers. I know he does other genres and writes for people and stuff like that, but he also likes Slaughter to Prevail, likes these heavier bands. Beartooth, I don't think is super heavy by any means or nothing, but they're a rock band, and he has a song with them. This is it, and I love this song.
You gave it a 5 out of 5.
Because I'm very jaded. Honestly, I don't think it's not the perfect song by any means, but I really enjoyed it because I was kind of on a Hardy kick when this came out, and I was like, oh, he's doing a song with a band that I really like already. So that helped me out a whole lot. And
I think
yes.
like 2 shows after we saw Beartooth, Hardy showed up, or maybe it was like before, and he's like, what if they show up? And
Yeah.
I only give it a 3.5 out of 5. He doesn't agree,
No.
but my notes for this one. This was my first time hearing Hardy, which is pretty funny. My parents saw him for his country stuff, and they were like, "What do you mean he does rock?" And then like sometimes he would show like one of his features, and it was just silly. But I just wasn't huge on it.
Again, I just had a warped sense of view. I really like the song, so for me, I gave it a 5. Again, I understand it's probably not their best song or nothing like that, but I enjoy it a whole lot on this album.
Alright, the next one is Might Love Myself.
Happened to me, couldn't happen to me, couldn't happen to me.
I gave it a 4.25 out of 5, and I give it a 5 out of 5. All I have written over this is woo.
So again, this isn't even breakdown or whatever, it's just the random noises he makes during a song. And for this one, so that's the random noise he makes for this song. Again, it's like the call out thing that you have, like in heavier music, they have the call outs for the mosh pits and the screams or whatever. And they do have a sense of that, but it's more in a lighter way. Again, for this one, whenever you would hear it at the show, everybody in the crowd's yelling, woo! Yeah, so again, fun song.
I also just have like my friend, she's a streamer, and she will like randomly play and like this song and like talk about like the self-affirmation of like loving yourself. So even though like, you know, we like to make self-deprecating humor, it is nice to just be like, yeah, I am pretty cool.
Yeah, and this
Gross.
is... I had to throw in the 0.25s because I felt like at this point when we were getting into this, I was like, all of our stuff is going to be roughly... Lowest is a 3 because no matter what, we enjoy their music.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, we got to throw some 0.5s or 0.25s in this one. So after Might Love Myself
is Sunshine. So
Sunshine that would finally show. I might die if I stay in this cold.
we both gave it a 4.25 out of 5. And then I put the comment, "What soul to sell?" Because the lyric is, let's start selling our soul.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm a redhead. There's no soul to sell. But
So that was her joke for it. Because she's ginger. Anyway, no. Honestly, though, with this song, I like the music video for it. It's like smiling, sunshine.
yeah, at the concert, like they have like the little sun guys and they're doing little dancey dances in the background. So it's just kind of fun and a
And I
good
think,
vibe. It's a little heavier too.
yeah,
for, like they're more mainstream.
Yeah, it was a little heavier, but I felt like it was still light enough that I could show it to people like our parents that don't really listen to the music that I listen to. I felt like it was close enough that I could listen to it, and it's happy and cheerful enough that we could all listen to it.
I have the comment, a little trippy, but makes me, parentheses, a non-metalhead, parentheses, kind of get it.
Yeah, so again, the music video for this one's really good, and again, pretty cheerful, happy music. Just overall a good song.
Next song, What's Killing You?
Life's not fair. Life's they unaware. It's not worth living if we're living scared.
I don't remember this one now. To
You
be
gave it
honest,
a 3.75.
Yep.
I gave it a 3. I'm pretty sure this one was like incredibly depressing. Was that right?
I think so.
I don't think I know this one very well, and then immediate screams and guitar solo. Oh, that's why. Not quite the best, but still a good song.
Yeah, overall, I think it, as you can tell by us not remembering it as much, is like still fits the criteria of a Beartooth song in the same arc for all their other songs, but this one just didn't hit us all that much.
I think the screaming was a little more awkward in general. Like,
yeah, and it's also one of the lowest streamed on the song. It only has 3 million streams, which is still a whole lot. Don't get me wrong there. It's still a whole lot. But there's only 2 other songs that are lower than that on the stream list, so maybe it just didn't get pushed as much and was a little more of the, maybe not filler songs, but we need to pad out at least the 30-minute runtime added in. So for us, not our favorite, but again, as you can tell, we still gave it a 3 and 3.5 or whatever, so it's still a good Beartooth song no matter what.
it's kind of funny that you mentioned runtime now, because we're looking at it and it's like, okay, title song you don't necessarily listen to unless like you're fully committing to the album, but like it's still pretty high, and then it like all of their singles are kind of in a row, and then in my head that's when I start running out of time to listen to something, so I start skipping to the other song I really like, and then at the very end it like jumps back up again.
Yeah, because their last song is going to be one of the bigger ones, and that is what it does here. So after that, we're going to be looking at song number 8,
Look the Other Way.
I'm picking up the pieces, please just look the other way.
Yeah, so
This song is devastating.
yeah, it was kind of depressing.
Like, okay, I put the, like, really, like, you deserve love, a little smiley face, and then BRB crying.
Yeah, it was pretty depressing song, like, coming off this album, because again, during a much happier place, everything's a lot brighter, sunshine, and it's one of their bigger songs, and just like being more uplifting, and then that one kind of hit us, and we were like, oh, okay.
We both gave it a 4.25, but you put the note Sad Boy Hours. So,
yeah, like that would like fall into my Sad Boy Hours playlist, not what I was expecting in the order that this track listed went.
Okay, I put Look the Other Way, might skip if it comes up, but if I'm needing a good cry, I know where to go.
Yeah,
So.
and then Sad Boy Hours for me, so that just answers that right there. So then after that one, we are going to be looking at What Are You Waiting For?
Do you want to start over again? Do you get what you give?
This is, again, this is the next to lowest stream song on this album.
We both gave it a 3. Not bad, but the worst so far. I said it feels like my intrusive thoughts.
Yeah, so again, it kind of got like a little more depressing. Again, we don't mind that overall.
And like obviously like if you're like recovering from like hating yourself and depression, there's still gonna be like those downturns where like you doubt all the progress that you made. So like it does make sense, but it's like, all right, and we skipped that because we don't want to go back down that path right now. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, and the fact that like, again, we're mentioning that we didn't like it so much and anything. I know views don't always correlate to that because it probably wasn't pushed at all. But again, 2.9 million. So the only one lower than that is actually the next song on the list that we'll be going over.
My New Reality. So, you put the words breakdown, letdown.
So, okay, go ahead and I'll explain what that means.
Alright, then I put, I'm actually pleasantly surprised. And then
What was our ratings for it?
you put 3.2, I put 3.75. Because I don't think I'd ever listened to this song before. So I
Yeah.
was like, it's not bad. Like,
I don't think I'd listen to it either, but it is the least streamed song on the album, 2.7 million. And then my problem was, as there was like a really big like build up, seemed like we were about to get like a massive breakdown, and then nothing. So another song that does this is Sunshine, but it leads more into like it completely changed to
It changes vibes,
acoustic,
like,
like more happier. upbeat, sounds like he's about to do a breakdown, and then it's happy. This one just about to be a breakdown, or seems like it would be one, and then just went back to mellow music, or whatever the music was already playing. So it was kind of like, oh, like the build up, like almost ready to get ready to go off the edge of the roller coaster, and then no, we're just gonna flatline out and nothing happens. So I didn't enjoy it so much, but you know.
I think I listened to a lot more like of the not metal rock, so there's a lot of like breakdown teasers, and like when you see the band live, a lot of times like they'll really pump up the audience and really just like go for it, but like when they're actually doing their album, it's like, nah, we're good.
So then going into the last song called I Was Alive.
No need to fear the end, 'cause I'll know I didn't just live when I die.
It's not the last song because we're looking at the actual version.
Yeah,
and
so
we
sorry,
did
this is the
deluxe
last
version.
song on the actual album. We do have the deluxe ones written down though, because the reason we didn't pull that list up is the deluxe one again had a bunch of live music. But the last on the regular album, so what did we rate that one?
I put 4.5. I think we both put that. I put the words "working on feeling this way," like
Yeah,
trying
like-
to enjoy your life to the fullest, and it's just
Being
a good
more-
song. Like,
Yeah,
like,
more positive and like trying to
Yeah.
work on it as being a better person. Overall though, really enjoyed this song.
it kind of like has that will maybe make you cry depending on like how you're feeling that day, but like it's a good cry. It's not like a I'm writhing in self-pity. It's a I'm fulfilled and the people around me. So the next song, it's on the deluxe, it's not on the original, is Attention.
I need it right now, I need it right now, I need it right now. I need your attention. I need it right now.
Which again is kind of a just the deluxe album stuff is kind of weird to me, because it's like were the songs not good enough to make the actual album that you then add them in on the end.
Apparently you didn't think so. You gave this a 5 out of 5.
Yeah, I really no, I enjoyed the song, but that's why it gets weird to me sometimes with these, because it's like I know that I am not the end all be all when it comes to music, but I really enjoyed the song. One of the better songs, you know, up there for one of the best songs on the album for me. I'm wondering why it didn't scoot into one of these other spots, maybe, or you know.
This might have been the song that made them want to do a deluxe version, because they're like, we need to give them something worth buying the deluxe version for. So that's kind of where I came. I gave it a 4.75, and then I also put, when I was a teacher, hashtag relatable, because I need your attention.
Yeah.
I need it right now.
But overall, so that again, as we can see, one of my favorite songs on the album, but was on the deluxe portion. But either way, so check that song out for that.
All right, so my Love Myself Smooth version. I said I'd vibe with this if I was at work, though. It's kind of like a lo-fi type of thing. It was interesting. And then you put... Are you gonna say what you wrote down?
Hold on, sorry, checking my notes here. Oh, I misread that. Wait, what? Which one? Wait. What did I read? What did I write? Oh. It touched me inappropriately. I don't know what I was going through while listening to this, but apparently I didn't like it.
I think it just felt wrong.
I don't
to
know. Yeah, okay, sorry about having to read my notes. I was like, what did I say? But I do remember saying some weird stuff during these. I was very tired. But, yeah, it was just like a lo-fi-ish version of it. So this one I didn't mind so much, actually. It was kind of a cool thing to see done to some of their music. It's kind of like the reimagined stuff that, again, Falling in Reverse has done and other bands have done now, giving us like a different thing to look at. And I think Crown the Empire. Bring Me the Horizon has a whole lo-fi album, so it kind of felt like maybe this was fitting into that a little bit.
But they also, like, completely committed to a lo-fi album.
Yeah,
And
this was
it's,
just
like,
an extra.
You could tell that it was those songs, but there was, like, no lyrics in it as well.
So then, after that one...
So then we have the Low Gain, which I didn't actually write the names of it, so I'm just making sure I know which one. It was I Was Alive, Low Gain mix. So, I love my favorite tiny band, local bar vibes. So, I think it was just like a more like low key guitar, but like still like you would play at like a smaller venue type show. So I liked it. I think it was a little more like rock than I Was Alive normally is. Then we have Look the Other Way ambient. I said, not bad. Less likely to sob to it, I guess.
Yeah. So again, these are all like, other than Attention, the other 3 songs were just kind of calmed down versions of them. Softer, but still enjoyable music. And especially if you're maybe not wanting to play like hard rock, metal, whatever you want to call them for people, maybe you could throw on these songs, and that way it fits more into the,
or if you like listen to lo-fi while you're working or something, like studying, you could, like it definitely fits more. You
could add these in before you would add in the regular stuff. So then overall for the album,
we both gave it a 4 out of 5. We both, I think, are just holding out for like an actual 5, like our favorite song of all time. But
because on this album, do we have our top 3 on the other one? Did you write those down?
I didn't. Yeah, we can.
But our top 3 basically for me would be the one with Hardy, because
Better Me, Attention, and then
Better Me and Attention. Are those yours or?
Those are yours, and then
probably the first song of the album, Surface, would have been my 3rd.
I Was Alive and The Surface both tied for number 3 at 4.5.
So, I mean, again, for this album though, I think both of us, we really enjoy it. We love Beartooth, so that's not kind of in question here. But I did mention when we were looking over these, going back to some of their older albums, because their original album, a lot more depressing and kind of down, and seems like either more screaming, or again, it's just kind of the remembering of the how down in the dumps it seemed at the time, and now going to the much happier. That this is great. Again, I know a lot of people are happy about it. They're happy that, you know, he went on his, like, I think he's lost like a ton of weight and all this other stuff. Just overall healthier and happier person, and I know people like that. And I do too. I enjoy it, but I also like the old, like, sad boy, like, feeling bad about myself.
So my top 3, My Love Myself, woo, Doubt Me, what was that one? That one also had
oh, well.
And then I Was Alive,
So that was
2 were really uplifting. 1 made me feel like a badass.
Yeah. So again, that is our album review for Beartooth's The Surface. Again, if you check down in the links, we are going to be, hopefully, have it set up that you will be able to get the album by clicking a link down there and checking it out wherever we have it linked.
Worst case scenario, it'll just be standard black, but we'll try to show a pretty one. Yeah,
we'll try and get the pretty one out so that way people can see it. Then also leave any comments below of your favorite songs on the album, or if you are looking, if you want us to listen to any other albums, either by Beartooth or bands associated with them. Coming up, I know that we have already done Errors and Actions.
That one's going to be next.
That one's going to be one of our next ones that come out. And then we have also listened to
Creature in the Black Night by Dayseeker.
Yes, so the Dayseeker one we listened to, we had just seen in a concert.
Yet, so we're going to justify spending money.
We're just going to blur out the middle here and you'll see it. Or not. I don't know.
We'll just put a really cruddy PNG.
Yeah, right there. Just so you can, this is what we're listening to. But those are going to be our next 2. And then hopefully after that, we're going to work on getting a more consistent upload schedule. We think we're going to put these out a little bit slower, maybe like 2 a week, and try and space them out so we can get a little ahead. And also we'll have fill-in videos of shows that we go to, and it's Christmas time, or getting to Christmas time and New Year, so it's a little bit hectic for us. But overall, we'll probably be trying to put out some videos about our shows we've been to.
Maybe we'll show off any vinyls that we get for Christmas, or
any of that
concert
stuff.
Tickets we're maybe going to, or maybe not.
Yeah, I think also just trying to get some more videos out that aren't just the album reviews and stuff like that will help out a lot. Maybe go over the tours we've seen, who are some of our favorite bands, and also Another video idea, let us know if you think that y'all would enjoy these. There's got the list of A through Z of like bands you've seen or whatever, and you try and list one for all of them. We tried to do that for just this year. We were both missing a couple random letters.
Like 4 letters. And one of them I was supposed to go to, but I had no PTO.
Yeah, so maybe we can do that, but we'll do one where it is the full alphabet, and we'll see if we can actually fill it up. Because again, we go to most shows together, but there's a couple this year that we did not go to together. So
I went to one with my dad.
Went one with her dad, and then I went to one with my friend's dad without my friend because he just decided not to go. So anyways, hopefully you enjoy these videos. Let us know if you do. We're going to be putting out TikToks and other things of these to try and get more people in here to check this out. But we appreciate it a lot. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Bye. I'm thinking,
You wanna stop that?
no, I'm thinking that during the title card, we can do our merch, like, show off. So stand up.
But that's not gonna.
What we wearing?
No, I don't want to do that.
What we wearing? What band?
Brand of Sacrifice.
Awesome. You got him to sign it.
Got him to sign it. We also have his flag.
Yeah.
We had to Google
We'll
search
take
that.
down our
Sorry.
so
Get that out of the way. We had to Google search that because we were making sure nothing bad had come of it.
You couldn't remember if you bought it from Brand of Sacrifice or if you bought it from one of the other people at that concert, so you weren't sure 100% who it was. I'm wearing Fall Out Boy, so I don't want to go. I just want to be invited. And then it has pretty cool back of it with different cities. So, woo.